Hey, it's Vicki and welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel if you've never been here before. Thanks so much for stopping by. So today I'm going to be trying out a few new products that I picked up. So if you'd like to see how I completed this look, make sure that you keep watching. But before we get into the video, make sure that you subscribe to my channel if you ever feel inclined to do so during this video, and hit the notification bell down below so that you can stay notified to whenever I upload. So with all of that being said, let's go ahead and get into today's tutorial. So I'm starting out by priming my eyes. I'm going to use the Revolution Pro Eye Elements Eye Primer in the shade Central, and I'm going to apply this all over my lid. I've just already filled in my brows to save time on this video because I am in a rush. I'm not done with my brows, but I'm going to the doctor, so I wanted to get as much of this done off camera as I could and then do the rest. But I got some new makeup, so I wanted to test this out for you guys because I did a poll on my YouTube and on my Instagram. If you aren't following my Instagram, I will leave a link, or yeah, there should be a link in the description. I'll leave a card showing you what my Instagram handle is, but I do polls over there and I also do them on YouTube so that you guys can be involved in the decision making on my channel, because I love involving you because I make these videos for you, so I want to make content that you guys enjoy. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. This is the first time that I've actually used this palette, and I think any ABH shadows, which is really exciting. I love their face products, so I'm really excited to try this out. I did get a little bit of a bad taste in my mouth because I got this ABH bundle. Look at this packaging, it's super cute. But I was a little bit disappointed when I got this because it came with the Modern Renaissance palette and also the Soft Glam palette. The Modern Renaissance was a little bit messy when I got it, but the Soft Glam, the entire sultry shade was destroyed, so I got a refund. I was pretty disappointed. I got it through Ulta. They like chucked it at my door and apparently they just didn't package it well, so that was a little bit disappointing, but I'm really happy that they did do a refund. I'm going to be using the Modern Renaissance palette, which I'm really excited about because I wanted to do a sugar plum look. I'm going to take this fluffy brush that doesn't have a name, and I'm going to use Buon Fresco as my transition. Blend this into my crease. I really like that the names of these shades are actually Renaissance related. I guess in reality it does make sense, but I'm just blending this like cool toned pinky shade right here into my crease to serve as a transition. This is probably going to be a lot deeper of a look. I'm just going to keep blending this in a little bit more so I can get a more seamless base, but I will say that I really do like the way that these shadows are blending. I'm not surprised. I heard a lot of great things about this palette, and so I pretty much assumed that it was going to be good. Putting it on my eyes is a whole different story, and I think that this is incredible already. Before I get too deep, I am going to take the shade Vermeer, which is right here. It's kind of a, you can't really tell, but it's a really pretty shimmery like champagne shade, and I'm going to put that on my brow bone to lighten it up a little bit so that when I go back in later it has a little bit more of a seamless transition, and when I outline my brows it looks a little bit more put together. Don't worry, it's not going to stay this like sharp. I'm going to blend it out into the shade Buon Fresco. I hope I'm saying that right. And then I'm going to take the shade Buon Fresco and blend that out. And it makes a nice subtle blend, but it definitely, the highlight on my brow bone definitely does pop when everything is said and done. So it's not really a necessity that you have to do, but I think that it definitely does take it over the top and make it a little bit more extra if that's something that you're going for. One thing I will say already, it's got a lot of fallout, so just be warned that this is a very fallout heavy shadow palette. So now we're gonna get into the deeper colors. I'm gonna take the shade Love Letter, which is this really pretty pink shade right here, and I think I'm gonna add that over top of this into my crease, and then I'm gonna deepen it a little bit more later. But for right now, I'm gonna put the shade Love Letter in my crease. And honestly, I'm just gonna take the brush that this came with because I'm not super extra about it. So here you can see what I was talking about. I literally just dipped into the shade Love Letter, and there's like hella fallout, so just keep that in mind. This already is blending like a freaking dream. That's really exciting because I was a little bit scared. I mean, I had faith. I had complete faith in ABH, but I never know what to expect. And there's always so much hype around some palettes where I'm like, is it really that good, or are you like fudging it a little bit? But no, this is actually really good. So I'm just going to be blending this into my crease. I'm not going to be really talking a lot because I've got an appointment to run to, and I don't want to spend a lot of time on commentary when I could be spending time blending, you know what I'm saying? So I will speed this up. Now I think I'm gonna take a risk and use the shade Red Ochre, which is right here. And I'm gonna take this blending brush. It's by Wet n Wild. I think it was only like 99 cents, but it's fantastic. And blend this into the form of a halo eye. So I'm gonna start building that up now, just so that you can have a fallout update. There's a lot of fallout still, but it is what it is. So now I'm gonna just blend this out. Hopefully it doesn't ruin the whole look. I don't expect it to, but fingers crossed. So now comes the fun part. I'm gonna use this NYX Glitter Primer on this tiny little brush, and I'm going to lay that down in the center of my lid. I've been liking this a lot more for when I do a halo eye, just because I feel like it's a lot cleaner than when I used to use concealer, because my concealer has way too much pigment. I'm not really going like full in depth on this because I think I've gone in depth on it a couple of times, and like I said, I'm not running late. I'm actually pretty early, but I don't want to be late. I didn't have the shade that I wanted in the Modern Renaissance palette, so I'm actually going to dip into this single shadow from the Balm. I think I got it in an Ipsy bag. It's the Nude Beach Shadow. I guess that's the name. Maybe the shade is Bootylicious. I don't really know, but here's what it looks like. I thought it would be really pretty on the lid. So I'm going to take the other side of this ABH brush that came in the palette, tap off the excess, and apply it to the center of my lid. Yeah, there definitely wasn't a shade that was as vibrant as this in the palette, which I think is a little bit a lost opportunity, especially since the rest of this palette is so red based. That's probably one of my bigger, actually not really a bigger criticism because I have the shade, but if you were going for a look that was like similar to this, it wouldn't be as easy to do. There are of course shades that are kind of like similar to it. There is the shade Antique Bronze, which is kind of like it, which is right here. Oop, I just dropped my palette face down. But yeah, I'm gonna apply this to the center. It's not as vibrant as I want it to be. I'm gonna spray my brush. It's always like the second I come on camera, I forget how to do my makeup, which is lovely because there are people in the comments that like to tell me that. Stuff smells so freaking good. Spray. It's the Mario Badescu Aloe Cucumber and Green Tea Spray. It's my favorite. So now I'm kind of feathering out what I laid down to make it a little bit wider. Now I'm going to take that shade Red Ochre again on this small blending brush and diffuse that shimmer that I laid down a little bit. Now it looks a little bit more seamless, I think, because I ended up adding that red over top of the pink, where it's still like a pinky kind of look, but also it's like a red look. So I feel like I'm accomplishing my goal. So now that she's super intense, we're gonna go back to Buon Fresco and just kind of blend the top of that so that we get a completely seamless base. Yay. Maybe I lightened it a little too much. Blending brush, love letter, going back in. Yeah, there we go. There we go. I don't know, some days I really like my eye shape and then other days it just doesn't want to help with my looks. Okie dokie. I'm done. Now I'm gonna go on to my face, I guess. Yeah, now I'm gonna go onto my face and then I'll go back and do my eyes and my brows. There's so much like fallout all over everything, I swear. So this is the part that I'm super excited about because I've got so many face products that I am going to try out. Before I try out anything new, I'm gonna prime my face with the Touch in Sol No Poreblem primer. So the first new thing that I'm gonna try out is this Milani Prime Light Primer. I love the Backlight Priming Filter by Becca, and I've heard a lot of things about the MAC Strobe Cream. I didn't really quite like that, but I really do like an illuminating primer, so I wanted to try this out, especially since it was on sale. And first impression, first time I'm seeing it, it does have a little bit of pearlescence in there. It looks like a, yeah, it looks like a pearl with a slight yellow sheen. It is like a really pretty sheen, not like a glitter or anything, so if that's something you were concerned about, there's no glitter like traces or anything. I've got glitter on my face because I was putting up my Christmas tree. But in this primer, there aren't any like huge chunks of glitter or anything like that. I'll say give my face like a slight glow. I'd probably end up using a little bit more. Now I'm gonna go into foundation. I'm gonna do something that I haven't done in a really long time, which is apply my makeup, my foundation and concealer with a sponge, because I thought I was dry in the summer. Girl, it's a whole different story this winter. I am like drier than the Sahara. It's bad. So I figured that maybe using a sponge that has some moisture in it will help me not be as dry and crusty. I will say, the foundation really does look luminous over top of this primer. I don't know if it's because of the foundation I'm using. It's the L'Oreal Infallible 24-Hour Fresh Wear Foundation. It's in the shade 510. I really do like this foundation. It smells really, really nice and it wears really well. And I think that it gives a really nice coverage. I do want a little bit more coverage because certain spots, like right here where I have acne scarring, it's just a little bit more secure for me if I cover that up. I think that the sponge is doing a pretty good job with coverage. It's definitely not as full coverage or heavy as the foundation brush, but it's not bad. But this is also a new sponge, so I definitely noticed that new sponges and old sponges work differently. There's like a sweet spot I've noticed. Now that that's all blended out, I'm gonna go in with concealer. I'm using the L'Oreal Infallible Full Wear Concealer. My shade is 400 Caramel, and I'm going to put this under my eyes, on my nose, a little bit on my forehead, and I'm gonna blend it out with that same sponge. So now I'm gonna go in with my bronzer and my contour. I'm gonna use the Hoola bronzers. First, the Hoola Caramel and also the Hoola Toasted. You guys know I love these and I love using them every single day, so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna bronze with the Hoola Caramel and then contour with the Hoola Toasted. I'm gonna try out these two new Kylie Jenner face powders. I actually don't know how new they are, but they're new to me, so I'm calling them new. I have Queen Drip, which is this highlighter. I love the packaging. It feels a little cheap, but I like the way it looks. Here's Queen Drip. I thought it would be really pretty because it's got like a kind of pinky undertone with a little bit of gold in it. And then I have the blush Baddie on the Block. I got this because I watch a lot of YouTube, and I got this and the other product because I watch a specific person. Jessica Buon is my favorite YouTuber of all time. She's just literally hands down the best, and she recommended this blush. It's kind of like a pinky peach color, which I really do like in a blush. So also this pan is like pretty big. It's a lot bigger than my eyes, and it's a lot bigger than this pan by Milani. This is also a recommendation from Jessica Buon. It's the blush Luminoso. Before the purpose of today's video, I'm just going to be using these two Kylie products. So I'm going to start out with the blush Baddie on the Block. Just looks like this on my standard blush brush. I'm just going to blend this in. I already love this. Also, really liking how my skin is looking today, so let's hope that trend keeps going. But this blush is really pretty. It's kind of got more shimmer than I thought it would. Like, it's kind of got a little bit of reflex in it, which I think is really nice, and it blends out into my bronzer and into my foundation so freaking nicely. I like this a lot. I'm also gonna put this on the tip of my nose. I'm using a lot of blush today, but I really like the way that this looks, and I just want it all over my face. If I could paint my face pink in this blush, I freaking would. A+. If I were to pick a winner automatically, it would probably be this. You know those products that you find and they're like instant favorites? That's an instant favorite. I'm gonna go into the highlight now. This is Queen Drip. This is what it looks like, and I'm gonna take my favorite highlight brush. Okay, yeah, I like this too. Well, I'm gonna go on record and say that I really like Kylie's products, because I tried a lip kit from her. It's so good. I'm not sold on Kylie's skin yet. I'm not gonna take that plunge, but I really do like the products that I've tried out. Also, this is blending really nicely. It's definitely a highlight where it's not like super dramatic unless you build it up to be that, which I'm clearly kind of doing. Not like over the top, but like you can definitely build it up and it be a really dramatic highlight, which I like. I'm gonna go back in with that blush over top Guys, I'm really happy with how this look turned out. I'm gonna set my face using the Milani Make It Last setting spray. And while this is drying down, I'm gonna go off camera, do my brows, and then I'll be right back. I'm back. How exciting. My brows are on. So I'm gonna try out this Milani Stay Put eyeliner. It says it's new. I don't quite know if it's new. I just saw it on a display at Walgreens and I was like, I need her. I also got it in black because I always get every eyeliner now in black and brown because they're my favorite. It's got like a smudger. Oh, just kidding. Are you a sharpener? What are you? I think it's both. How exciting. Well, I shouldn't have thrown the packaging. It says that this is long wearing and it lasts up to 16 hours, that it's sweat proof and water resistant. Sounds great. And that it has a built-in sharpener. But yeah, it's got like a smudger and a sharpener, but like the sharpener and the smudger come off like in the same fell swoop. So not the best packaging, but whatever. I'm gonna apply this to my lower lash line. I'm going to take the shade Love Letter from the Modern Renaissance palette and I'm going to drag this along my lower lash line, making sure that there isn't like any chance of fallout. I'm just going to blend the top to the bottom. For my inner corner highlight before my eyeliner, I'm going to take the shade Vermeer, which is right here, and I'm going to apply that to my inner corner. Now I'm going to use my e.l.f. liquid liner for my liner today. I'm going to use the Tarte Lights Camera Lashes. I love this stuff so much, and I'm going to use that as a primer for my fake lashes that I'm using. I'm using the Kara 805 lashes. Okay, so I understand that my eyelashes aren't the cutest and that I have glue that is still drying, but I have my doctor's appointment in like 10 minutes and I gotta get out the door. So let's do my lips. I'm gonna use the Kylie Jenner Lip Kit in the shade 20. I'm just gonna line my lips with the liner that comes with it and I'm gonna fill it in with a corresponding lipstick. I don't know why I'm taking so much time to do my makeup, but here we are. That's just me. This is a little bit more monochrome than I normally go. I'm gonna go finish getting ready and then I'll be right back. Sorry I'm talking so fast. All right, you guys, so here's the completed look. I'm so happy with how this turned out. I got a little bit scared at the end because I am running out of time. My appointment is in 13 minutes. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. Sorry if it's a little bit rushed at the ending. I wish I could talk to you guys for a little bit longer, but I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, let me know down below by giving this video a big thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel. It would mean so much to me and it would help my channel grow. But till the next time, stay kind, keep creating, take care of you, and I'll see you very soon.